And so tonight, our quiet mind meditation is going to be focused on animals and the gemstone kingdom, because the workshop immediately following this meditation is on animal totems in the gemstone kingdom. So if you could go ahead and let yourself be here now, prepare yourself, whatever it takes to get yourself in the frame of mind that you will be quieting your mind and letting go of everything else that's been going on, anything else that's been going on. In this moment, you're here with these animals, you're here with me, you're here with yourself. So start out by putting your feet firmly on the ground. Uncross your legs, uncross your arms. Even if your ankles are crossed, go ahead and uncross there so that your feet are firmly placed on the earth. And this is to form a grounded connection with the earth and to keep you focused and present. Be sure that you're sitting upright with your head above your spinal cord versus forward. Keep your head upright. And you can either stare at the screen and look at these animals, or you can close your eyes, which I'd like to recommend closing your eyes, lower your eyelids. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And as you put the tongue on the roof of the mouth, it's a signal to let yourself and your body, your mind, and your spirit know that you are closing the connection now. You're making a seal so that during this time you are focused specifically on quieting your mind and connecting with the world of animals and gemstones. And as you close your eyes and focus on the beauty of the place within yourself that is peace. You are peace. So with the peaceful intent, decide that you're going to let yourself let go of any other thoughts, any thoughts of what happened right before you started this, any thoughts of what might have happened 3 days ago even, and now be in this moment. Imagine you're walking down a pathway into either a jungle or a forest or someplace in nature. It could be even a park in the city, but be it in nature. And imagine that you can sense or feel the green grass beneath your feet. Any other thoughts, just like observe that you started to think about something else and put all of your awareness and attention back on your breath, on the inhale and the exhale, observing that when you breathe in, your belly expands on the inhalation, your diaphragm expands on the inhalation, and when you exhale, your body contracts on the exhalation. And as you follow this grassy pathway, if you want, let yourself imagine, sense, or know what animals are near you by your side. Maybe they're in the distance, but if you notice something, like maybe you'll notice a grasshopper sitting on a piece of chalcopyrite. Or is that a goldfish in that pond? I think there's some golden topaz in the pond with the goldfish. Perhaps there's a cardinal in the tree, and you can see a red goldstone nearby with that cardinal. Now, don't get nervous, but maybe there's a snake with the black obsidian. Harmless, totally harmless. And continue down the pathway, walking along, just communing with nature, observing your breath. The inhale and the exhale. Perhaps you'll notice that the dragonfly has landed on an amethyst cathedral. And if you look, at first glance, it just looks like an ordinary bird in the distance, but as you get a little bit closer, the bird is going to lift up its tail feathers And as it lifts up the tail feathers, you realize, it's a magnificent peacock. And the peacock is standing with blue agate, feeling the vibration of magnificence and the ability to shine your light brightly, relaxing into this beautiful vibration. Now, far, far in the distance, you'll see a tiger with golden tiger's eye. But it's far enough away, you just can observe it in the far distance with tiger's eye. The gemstones and the animals are in alignment with each other, and they're there for you to help you remember the messages from the divine. For example, perhaps if you look, you'll see the honeybee, beautiful bee with some honey calcite, bringing the sweetness of life more into your consciousness, aligning you with happiness and joy and peace. And then that flamingo has walked by, and probably a pair of flamingos, because that is all about relationships, with rose quartz. Okay, so just relax into your location and use your imagination, or just be silent, be still. Let your mind's thoughts be quiet, a quiet mind, no mind. You're aware of the blessings of being on planet Earth. You have a realization and a remembrance that you chose to be here on planet Earth with all these magnificent creatures and with all these magnificent gemstones, and that you have lessons to learn and realize that these beautiful creatures have teachings. They can light your path with messages. And you're always supported. You always have whatever you need. So if you notice other animals, take note. Just notice them as you walk or as you sit in nature. Perhaps you're sitting on a bench in nature in your imagination. And with a quiet mind, let yourself imagine, know, or see, sense, or feel certain creatures and take note so that you can look up their meanings later in the Animal Totems and Gemstone Kingdom book, if you wish. Because there's always a message in nature. So observe in your breath the inhale and the exhale. And as you inhale, you're letting go of anything you're realizing if there's anything that needs to be released. And as you exhale, you're letting go of whatever needs to be released. Perhaps there's been something you've been hanging on to. You can ask your spirit guides, your animal guides, and your angels to be with you as allies, to help you, to guide you, to bring you wisdom and knowledge. Now focusing on your heart center and the vibration of love. Remembering that you are love. And all that is attracted to you and all that surrounds you is love. Perhaps imagine a rose quartz heart at the center of your chest. And when you breathe in, you're breathing in that beautiful rose quartz pink energy. And then when you exhale, you release anything that may be blocking the ability to feel love, to be loved, to give love, to receive love. And I bet you anything that in addition to wanting to send love to yourself, there are people, animals in your life that you would love to send love to. So perhaps you have a pet nearby. I have a macaw and lots of cats. So sending love and blessings to your animal companions and feeling gratitude that they're in your life and that you are blessed to be able to give them a home and food and shelter and love. And feeling the love that they have for you. And what a blessing that is to feel that, to know that. What an honor it is to receive love from the animals, the birds, the insects, the plants. Now, with your focus on your heart, walk back up the pathway. Start to walk toward the place where you began this little short mini journey. And I like to always imagine it as a pathway that's behind the center of my forehead. So you can do that too. And as you walk back up the pathway, take notice if any other animals have, in fact, shown themselves to you, either again or new animals. Or I should say different animals. Just take note. And maybe nobody. And that's fine because it's also really healthy to have no mind and no thoughts, to give your brain, your mind, your emotions a break, and to be nothing. The great emptiness, the great void, the great mystery. And in the great void and the great mystery, that's where all things are born, all is created. So breathing into the great void as you continue to walk up the pathway toward the center of your forehead. When you get to the center of your forehead, I want you to realize that this very short but sweet meditation or guided imagery is complete. And really be mindful, very conscious of the animals that you had appear or that were prevalent for you. And if you have a pad and paper nearby, I would recommend jotting those down so you can refer to it and look up more information on what those animals mean to you and what they symbolize, what they're trying to teach us. So stay tuned or join in for the workshop immediately following this for animal totems in the gemstone kingdom. And now you should be fully back, conscious, awake. Your eyes can be open now if they haven't already been. Go ahead and shift your body, wiggle your toes and your fingers, rotate your ankles and your wrists. Nice deep breaths to be fully present and awake now. Thank you for joining me for this sweet meditation. May you have a blessed evening, blessed day.